Another quickie. Listen up, listen to that sound. Okay, so you may have seen the thumbnail already, charm casting kits. The easiest way to make your own quotation marks deck. Charm casting is a lot of fun. You can use spread cloths for it very easily if you want to. You could also use your imagination. You could use it as an extra layer on your tarot card readings. You can use it in whichever way you want. You can just pick 3 out of the bag, randomly lay them down. Charm casting is fun because it is essentially the easiest way to create your own deck. Usually what I do, because I have a platitude of charm casting kits, I could even make you guys one. If you ever want one from me, just shoot me a message on Instagram. I will put the link to that in my bio. Charm casting is really fun because it's essentially the easiest way to make your own deck. Let me tell you what I usually do, and this is a different story. Usually I go to AliExpress and order a bulk bag of charms. They're very cheap, like 100 charms can cost, you can get 100 charms for 5 below. The only catch is you never know what you're gonna get exactly. You will see pictures of what is generally in the bags, but it can be a bit hit or miss. So what I usually do is I order a big bag of charms, 100 charms, and then I'll order a smaller one for €1 that has more specific charms in them where I know that I'm definitely gonna like them. And those two I usually combine to 1, and if I'm lucky, 2 sets. Now, I'm very big on symbols, not so much on, some people are really good at really convoluted imagery and scrying in that and intuiting it. I'm not like that. I'm more of a symbol guy. Symbols have great meaning to me. I've always been more of a reader, and this may sound not so special, but whatever. I'm more of a reader where it's 80% knowledge, 20% intuition. And you know, I think on that spectrum there are a million shades of gray, but symbols really work for me because in my unconscious, these symbols have gained meanings over the years. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I went with one of my closest friends to a jewelry making shop because she makes jewelry. It's absolutely gorgeous, by the way. She makes these really cool ceramic earrings, and sometimes she will need little rings to kind of weave them together. You know, the creation she makes, and she needs little trinkets from that store. And she was like, "You want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." Because of COVID, all the stores closed at 5, so we had to be a little bit earlier. Usually I like sleeping in on the weekends, but this day it was like, you know, let's meet up at like 9 and grab a coffee, and then go to that store, and then we can go shopping in other stores and stuff like that and have lunch. So we went to that store, and I found that she had this huge collection of charms. These are, you know, from the same Chinese wholesalers, so they're not special per se. The thing is, what I found is that at that store you can pick which ones you want. Of course, there are going to be a set price per piece, but most of them were 10 to 20 cents. I believe one of them was a little bit more expensive. Yeah, this lion head was a bit more expensive because it's really heavy. And you could also pick varieties of color. Now, I'm very much into gold. This is, of course, not real gold, but so I decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick 15 cool charms that I like. And I haven't really used this as a charm casting kit yet, because I have yet to assign meanings to some of the charms. But a lion could be bravery, for example. So I will just assign meanings and keywords to them. Sometimes I will use my tarot knowledge. For example, the moon will be dreams and illusions. We have this infinity sign here, which I will kind of use as a magician type of archetype in a charm casting reading. We get this lovely angel wing, which would, for me, would be all about angelic energies or angelic guidance or being divinely guided. Let's play a little bit. Let's make this up as we go. We have this, oh, whoops, we have this. This charm is a little bit weird because it could either be a lion or a wolf, but since I already have a lion, this is going to be a wolf, which then will mean wisdom to me. We have a lovely, like, royal crown, which to me kind of represents all the kings and all the queens in the tarot. So they're very much that royal, statuesque energy, emperor energy, maybe monarch energy. Then we have the world. I would read that as something has been completed or it's going to be completed. We have this one, I still have to kind of think about, but I think I already know what I'm gonna do with this. This is this conch shell, and I would probably say, listen. You need to listen up. Then we got the bell. Bells to me are about warnings, messages, stuff like that. Then we have the fairy, so that to me would be very much about fairy guidance, but also that joyous, upbeat, frivolous fairy energy. The house would kind of be about stability for me, stability, family. The lotus would all be all about new beginnings for me. But you could assign your own meanings to it. And then we have this one, I don't know if you can show because it's kind of embossed, but this has all kinds of like sea creatures, things in there. So I would probably sometimes read this as time for you to go to the beach, like time for you to get away, to book a little trip away. Then one of my favorite ones, I'd never seen this one before, the mask. So time to take off your mask or maybe put it on. And then we have this lovely one, this Chinese coin for abundance. So it's very easy to kind of assign meanings to them, but you could also swap them out, put them in different kits. I have a platitude of charms, so it's actually really cool. And what I would normally do is, even with, you don't even have to have a spread cloth. You can just do it on your table surface. You will kind of make literal markings or mental markings, where it's kind of like, this cloth, you can't really see it right now, but this cloth has a, let me show you, has a waxing and waning moon. And you could maybe say charms that fall above this crescent in the middle is that waxing? I don't even know. Like, I'm such a bad metaphysical expert. But just for funsies, right? Charms that fall above this line, that's what's waxing in your life. Charms that fall below this line, that's what's waning in your life. And then you can either cast all of them, or you could, I did cast them very badly right now, but I just wanted to lay them in the middle. You could cast all of them and then kind of lay them out so where you can see them without changing the well, I could literally read this kind of. Okay. Some of them literally fell on the middle line, so you could either say that's neutral, it's probably not even something that is happening in your life right now. All of this could be waxing, all this could be waning. You could try to make connections, so it's really, really fun. But you could also divide mentally or physically by putting a thread or something. You could divide it in past, present, future. I even have a charm casting cloth that has the whole wheel of the year on it, and then some more symbols, stuff like that. There's a spirit board by Monty Farber and Amy Zerner that has that could be used as a charm casting board as well. You could use a Ouija board. I don't know. You could use a pendulum board. And then another little charm that I got from a friend of mine is this really neat coin that has, oh, whoops, it's upside down, that has yes and no. So I also added that to this kit, for yes, no questions. But this is just a really, really amazing little way to kind of create your own deck. It's really cute. It's not expensive. And this is really good for people that may not be, that kind of have that desire to craft something of their own. Oh, whoops, I just dropped a whole bunch of charms. Yay, I love my life. This could be really good for people that are kind of like, I want to craft something of my own, but I don't have that creative energy to actually draw and print my own deck. Well, just make a charm casting kit. So I'm going to see if I can find that drop charm, damn it, and bye-bye.